So I've always loved cars ever since I was younger. Like I maybe got into them when I was about maybe 10 years old, 10, 9, around there. And ever since then I've just been in love with them. My brother was the first one who got me involved into cars, and he was the one who showed me, okay, like these are the different types of cars and like this is how it works, and he really showed me what the culture was like and what everything is, and it just made me really understand more about the whole culture behind cars in general, and especially JDM cars, because that's like my favorite type of cars out there. I love JDM cars. So yeah, he was definitely the main person who introduced cars into my world. And I reckon also the Fast and Furious movies, if you don't know them, yeah, they're my favorite movie series of all time. The first one is my favorite by far. I love it so much, and it really inspired me as well to really understand the different types of cars and all the culture behind adding modifications to your cars, because I think there's a lot more to it than people realize. And if you're not a car person, you might not understand, but there's a whole like beauty to adding the modifications you want and really seeing what cars are like to people who care about them. So it's a really beautiful culture, honestly. I love it. So Fast and Furious movies, Paul Walker, one of my biggest icons. He was like amazing in the movies, and I know he's a really good person. He was a really good person, rest in peace. And he's really inspired me as well. So a lot of those cars, I look back at them and I just like really admire them. Paul Walker's GTR, Skyline R34, and his Evo, and all of the cars in there are just really cool. This year, 2025, and I've honestly come a really long way, because when I started, the first painting I ever did of a car was my R35 GTR, the black Skyline. I don't know if you can see it, but it's on the wall up there. And yeah, it was a hard painting because it was the first car painting I've ever done, but I honestly really liked it. And I thought, you know, if I can't drive a car yet, why not paint one? So I've definitely come a long way in my skills. I've gotten better with each and every car painting. I keep improving, so I'm very proud of myself, but I know I still have a long way to go, and I'm working towards hopefully getting to the level of painting that I want to get at, because I want to be able to do really high detailed paintings but still kind of add my own touch to it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like hyper realism, but like still realistic enough. That's the kind of art style that I'm going for. So yeah, the first painting, as I said, was a traced painting, just to kind of get a feel for like how the structures work. But every car painting that I do is very hard, honestly, because you don't know what it's going to be like, and you can't really learn how to do like just one car and that's it. So each painting it's going to be different, the whole, from the base sketch outline to the actual painting, the colors, everything. So I try not to trace anymore. I try to freehand just sketch it, sometimes with grid lines, and that's how I improve my skills, and I'm getting better at that. So in my more recent paintings, like my NSX and my twin GTR paintings, they are all free-handed drawn, so I do not trace them at all. I just look at my reference picture, sketch it out, and then paint over it, and that's it. So it's all done by me, so I'm very proud to say I've come a long way, but I'm trying to get better and better with each painting. So yeah, and yeah, back to the whole my passion for cars. I'd reckon it's kind of hard for me to say what my favorite car is. I don't have one favorite car. I love so many cars, but maybe I'd reckon it's a close tie with like the GTRs, because I love GTRs. Like Nissan Skyline, I love the R32 2, 3, 4, and 5. I love all of them, every single one. But yeah, I reckon it comes to a close call with the R35 because that is one of the cars that that's one of my biggest dream cars. Like, that's the car that I want to be driving one day in the future. So I reckon I would say the R35 GTR is one of my favorites. But I love a lot of different cars, a lot of JDM cars. Like, I love Civics as well. My brother has a Civic. I really like them. And I definitely think there's a lot of culture around them that maybe a lot of people don't know about. The Conjo Civics and like all the Civics, like EK, EG, like I really like them. So I know I still have a lot more to learn, but I do appreciate what I do know about them. And I think that a lot of cars are really beautiful. And for me, like personally, JDM cars are like my favorite. I love them so much. But every car is like, it's really beautiful, and it's really amazing how cars work and how much the car community is to each other. Because to someone who doesn't understand cars, it could just be like, you look at a car and a lot of people think, oh, it's just a car, like it's nothing much, it doesn't mean anything, why do people spend so much money on it? But for other people who are really into it, and that's their passion, that's what they love doing with their lives. They love investing into their cars, driving their cars, like looking at their cars. They love it because that's their passion. And for me, I don't have a car yet. I'm too young, but I do love cars. I love looking at other people's cars. I love getting inspired, watching movies about it. I think it's a really beautiful culture, and it's really inspired me to start making paintings of them, to kind of share my joy and what it means to me with other people who love cars. So I think it's really cool to see like one of your favorite cars on a canvas, like in real life in your bedroom. I think that's really cool as well. So that's what I'm trying to create. And in the future, I really want my own garage filled with like the basics are like a GTR R35, and I don't know, just like any cars that come to mind, any cars that like I want, just want to get them. And it's really cool seeing inspiration from other people who have all these cars, like whether they're Japanese cars or they're just any cars, like even European cars. I really like the BMW E30s and Porsches too. I know Porsche's like very, very popular, like the 911s, but I really like the RWB Porsches. So yeah, I think that is like a little scope of what cars mean to me and why I love them so much. But yeah, they're really special to me, and that's what I based my whole painting, my whole ideas around that, because they mean so much to me and I just love them so much. So I want to create paintings that represent what I love and share them with people who have the same passions as me and who appreciate the same things as me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that little get to know me and my passion for cars video. So stay tuned for more.